Gooshfraba. Gooshfraba. Gooshfraba.
Gooshfraba.
Howdy, guys.
Gooshfrabras.
Welcome back to another episode of Back Alley Smoke Show. Your host, Micah. I got my older brother, Aaron, and I got JJ back in the studio this time. And we're about to have a great time. And we're going to talk a little bit about Matador and how they aren't doing to ever look at the camera like that again. You freak people out. I've seen comments.
Who?
His comments.
Are you an owl?
He wants to be.
Yeah.
You know those like Animorphs, those books, those kids where the covers would be like really freaky faces of like little kids like transforming into animals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those ones.
Animorphs. I love those books. I would just flip the pages just to see them transform into like lizards. Dude, he started diving in the air and he turned into a dolphin.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about, those pictures. Yeah, Aaron would be like that, but he'd be turning into an owl. And as there'd be a little text bubble, it would be who?
I would be an owl. I saw an owl coming out of our parents' house burned down. We were there collecting ashes and stuff, and it was pretty crazy. We found some stuff, a couple of relics, some stuff that we wanted to cherish. But anyway, that's not the important part of the story. The important part is it was nighttime, and I feel like there's an owl roosting in one of the holes in the windows now because I saw one just jumping. It was like one.
I was there. I don't remember seeing that.
I saw it. I think I made a spiritual connection with this owl. I think that's my Animorph.
I gotcha.
I think my Animorph would have to be an anteater obsessed with booty holes.
That's fair. That's
fair. A long, skinny tongue.
I could definitely see myself like just being an anteater towards booty holes.
You know what I think? I'm not sure if I heard this correct from Zay Frank, but I don't know if it's the anteater or the hummingbird that has a tongue that's made out of like the same keratin that makes like toenails and fingernails.
Wow, that's the same stuff hair is, right?
Yeah, it's really, really hard and like barbed. I don't know if it could be either one because both of them have long, skinny tongues.
Maybe an anteater.
Speaking of ants,
I think it could be a hummingbird though, because I think they go crazy.
Yeah,
like sugar.
Hummingbirds are
high free crack addicts for sugar.
Yeah, you know with ants. Do you know how many ants exist in the world? They've actually done like studies and stuff to find out.
I think there's probably a number that is not even a number.
Well, it's technically a number because we have very big numbers. We have lots of numbers that go higher than what we will ever measure. But
that's why we have numbers to measure.
Exactly.
They have to exceed our measuring.
Is it a gigamillion?
It's a quadrillion. 20 quadrillion ants. And that's a lowball estimate.
It has to be an estimate because nobody...
Yeah, no, of course they haven't gone and count. They have to do things to like...
Have you guys ever thought about how like it's a low ball estimate?
That's crazy.
And then like ants, they travel in the shape of a ball. Like they grab themselves and they like take turns dunking and drowning each other so that the people on top constantly in forward momentum could take a fresh breath every once in a while.
Ants are crazy. They're like a whole ass organism that just like is separated between a bunch of other organisms.
Can you imagine if they were an ass organism?
Whoa.
What if they bit you in the ass?
Well, if they were an ass organism, then Micah's anteater searching for booty holes would make perfect sense.
Full circle.
It's always made perfect sense in my mind.
I know.
You know, they always said the butthole was like something to steer away from because of possible smell, maybe possible shit taste. But
I thought it was bacteria.
Why is it, Aaron? Why is it shaped like a target?
What?
Fair point.
It's a bullseye. Why is it shaped like that if you're not supposed to go towards it?
It's a good point.
I make great points. Let's talk a little bit more about
speaking of bullseyes,
because I think there's a few topics that we definitely need to run into. First off, the whole Brianna Taylor or what's her name, Brianna Griner or something?
The one that
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner.
I can't even remember her fucking name. She's that irrelevant. She's a fucking bitch that shouldn't have got brought back over. I'll tell you that because there's a fucking Marine over there, Jay. 4 years in captivity, and wasn't even put on the table of discussion
Well, that could have been Putin though.
But it doesn't matter. The fact that
they might not want to release him. But that could have been speculation too. We don't know all the details.
But yeah, we're not in the White House. But the fact is there's a fucking Marine over there, and then this is the woman that you want to bring back. She's built like a fucking man, dude. Who cares if she's in a labor camp? Maybe they would have got something done if she's in a woman fucking prison. They would have finally got something done having a man-sized fucking woman with stature that would have been able to break the bricks, break the fucking rocks, mine for fucking coal. Like, it could have done something for their economy and their fucking workforce, you know?
Well, I just want to say that I think it's good when any American can be brought back over that's in a prison in another country.
I saw a picture.
Yeah,
I saw a picture today. It's some dude. I think he was like in the MLB or something like that, Major League Baseball or something like that. Anyway, he was in uniform. He was wearing a hat, and he had like a crazy like redneck handlebar mustache, looked like James Hetfield, and he had like, I don't know if he had boots on. I don't know what he was wearing, but he had American flag tied around him like a cape, like he was Superman.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a patriot.
Yeah, he sounded like a patriot. And then somebody said in the comments or in the caption of that, it says if Brittany Griner didn't dress like this before every single game, we should send her back.
Definitely. She was one who talked mad shit about America publicly, and America goes and saves her from something that she did on her own, you know? I honestly, like, if I fucking went over to Russia and had a fucking cartridge of fucking marijuana or whatever, and they wanted, it's different laws. You do that in Dubai too.
I would have accepted my fate.
Well, accept the fate, but it's like I'm equal to Brittany Griner. She's in the WNBA. It doesn't make her special at all. So if anything, like, I'm equal to her. Do you think America's gonna come after me? No, because not one, like, they don't give a shit about me. Who the fuck knew Brittany Griner before this? Nobody. Oh, she's black. She's in the WNBA. Wow. Okay, great. Come on now. There's fucking other people in, like, if you really care about black people, and black people, y'all know this too. If you really care about black people, think about the people that are actually doing shit for you. Y'all all, like, want to talk about shit that is like, oh, well, we're going to go for this one, and look at the Democratic Party and stuff like that. God, maybe I should steer away from this. Let's talk about the second, I'm just saying the Democrats haven't done shit for y'all in a long, long fucking time. Second topic.
They got rid of Trump for a while.
Yeah, well, Trump. What did Trump?
That's the only thing they did.
Trump did more for the black community than Biden's administration's ever done. The second story I want to talk about, and it's a pretty severe one, is the little girl that got killed by the FedEx driver.
Oh, that shit was wild.
Oh yeah, people already talked about that. So, in case anybody doesn't know, I don't know if it's national news yet or if it's going to be on the Oxygen channel, where my grandma and me are going to watch it later, like 10 years later, if she's still kicking. But the whole thing is, this dude, some bald delivery driver, So, I got the inside scoop because my sister, undisclosed, we don't want to talk to who she is right now, but she works for FedEx, and this delivery driver was from San Antonio. And anyway, he was on a route with a Barbie. It was a Christmas present for this little girl, and he was delivering it to her house, hits her with the vehicle, knocks her down, and like freaks out a little bit, doesn't want to tell the parents or get the parents involved. So instead of like rushing medical attention to this girl, like he picks her up and abducts her into the van and then starts driving away. And
the scary thing is the girl was conscious during this and was talking to the FedEx driver.
She didn't start talking until after. She's like a little 7-year-old, and the FedEx driver wanted her dead all of a sudden. So he broke her neck. And that didn't kill her. So he later, after breaking her neck, she still was crying and stuff like that. And then after she stopped crying, she started talking again. And then he like choked her and like strangled and suffocated her and finished the job.
That's so crazy. That's like some psycho shit right there.
Yeah, they're talking about the death penalty, but...
Oh yeah, more than that. They should release him into prison and let the prisoners kill him.
Yeah, the prisoners should take care of him because the prisoners are about the only way that they can get like similar treatment to what he did to that little girl.
Yeah,
Wow.
break his
Like,
neck while he's
that's-
alive and have him feel the pain, have him
Yeah.
like whatever, and then smother him with pillows or something.
Like, you know how that prisoner killed Jeffrey Dahmer, was like all brutal and shit
Oh, yeah.
for all that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Similar,
Or what
similar
about
treatment
the girl,
necessary.
the mom that killed her baby, or killed her like son? There's I don't remember the name, but it was a pretty popular case, and she got like totally beat the fuck out of it. And killed
There's certain things. It's just
certain ways prisoners are actually good Samaritans in some way, because they have, like, the ones that have the least morals have the most morals in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, they maybe killed adults and stuff like that, but when they get the people that are pedophiles or kill their own mother or kill kids and stuff like that, they usually take it into their own hands. And
Well, yeah, because you gotta think of their state. Like, their morality is they've done the stuff, they've caught the stuff. A lot of times they've done the time, and a lot of times these people that kill these people either have serious disdain for themselves, and they take that same aggression towards somebody of a similar caliber towards someone else, and they take their hands because they know they're capable, and they know that they've already experienced this, and they know they're already incarcerated. So they're already, a lot of these guys are already facing death row anyway. They're not going to die, so they might as well take justice into their own hands. And then some of these guys actually have found like moral salvation, where they've actually come to terms with like forgiving themselves and actually learning from their ways and resenting their past, and they despise somebody taking a lot of times their crimes to the next level. My God, taking their crimes to the JJ.
that was harsh.
Yeah, take one of those clothes off. I heard that cooking, but taking their crimes to the next level, amplifying it to a degree, and then having those guys let off with less harsh penalties, and just brought into the populace of criminal incarceration. Like, they want to take that into their own hands. They want to exemplify, make an example of them, and bring the justice into their hands. Because a lot of times they say the court system is corrupt. They say it's like a kangaroo court. It's like, yeah, none of this stuff.
Definitely, you're on the sort of when a lot of the certain things are arbitrary. Most Americans, like, literally just, there's so many laws that we don't even know about, and so many things we do. Like, most people, like, have broken several laws just, like, every day. Like, just without even knowing it. And so, like, whenever, it's, like, very arbitrary whenever they can get enforced. Like, I'm talking petty laws, you know, misdemeanor, stuff like that. And it's very arbitrary when it gets enforced. So there's lots of people that, like, just sort of, it's just a matter of being in the wrong place, wrong time, getting caught with stuff, things like that. And then just, like, whatever the court decides. Some counties, something is, like, a harsh sentence where it's, like, all right, you're going to jail for, like, 40 years for this. Some it's, like, all right, you got to slap on the wrist and get let out. You know what I mean? For, like, the same crime. And it's just a matter of going to, like, county to county, like,
what gets me though is like I can't even reason. I know I said in previous things how like we talked about this, how like sometimes these like extreme criminals are very close, almost identical to like regular people's thought processes, but they're just a little bit more off than we are. Like,
well,
but what I want to say is I still can't wrap my head around like putting myself in this guy's shoes. Like, I'm a delivery driver. I deliver concrete. I drive a really, really big truck. If I was to somehow hit a homeless guy or hit a child, anybody, just a dude on a motorcycle crash into me or something like that, I can't, like, dude, like, if I kill somebody, I'm already, like, going to feel morality, first off. The second off, I'm already going to lose my job because they're probably going to put me in, like, there's going to be consequences for killing somebody. So, like, if I almost kill somebody and they're still alive, like, if bringing it to the next level and killing somebody is going to already lose my job, I might as well try and save him.
Yeah.
Because then I could be a good Samaritan. I could maybe save that person's life and then know that I'm going to lose my job and maybe have to get another job, maybe face defamation.
Or
if somebody doesn't understand my gesture as wholehearted, then they might defame me, but they also might see me as a good Samaritan. Like, man, this dude genuinely made an accident. Like, Jim Adler, Bill Adler might come after me, the Thomas J. Henry, whatever. They might come after me because like I'm a commercial truck. Obviously, I'm gonna get sued. Like
usually they come after the company.
they'll come after the company. I'll get fired,
and
then I'll be made an example.
There's company insurance.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if it was an accident, and
just save somebody.
if you're on the clock,
save them.
but you're not gonna go to jail for it.
Yeah, unless you actually do things intentionally or gross negligence.
Accidents
Be
happen.
the one to call 911.
But
and
how
help.
the fuck do you get in the mindset of like?
I feel like you have to be already so fucked up in the mindset to be presented with that situation and then take it to that far. Like you already have
pure
to be,
evil. That's
you're
evil.
already.
I saw a picture of that girl.
You already
She
have
was
to have.
Yeah,
you already have to have fantasies and like all this stuff. You already have to have that in the back of your mind somewhere for that to come out. That doesn't just, you're not just a normal person and then boom, oh, an accident happened, let me take this to the extreme.
Somebody should rape his mother.
I don't think that should happen.
I just think, I mean, how the fuck did he get that far without his parents teaching him that?
Well, I don't know. Some people are fucked in the mind. You saw with with Jeffrey Dahmer how his parents had faults.
Jay, I don't ever want. I hear this all the time. I just don't want to hear it ever again from you, from anybody. And I'm going to tell you one time, and I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt for you to never ever say it again. Don't ever use Jeffrey Dahmer as an example because you just watched a docu-series on fucking
Okay, I'm
Netflix.
sorry, it's relevant.
It's not real. They fucking so Hollywood fucking Jeffrey Dahmer and Zac Efron as fucking Ted Bundy. Y'all understand that Hollywood and Netflix in general, because those are two Netflix series, or not series, but whatever the fuck they are. Netflix produced them, right? Mm-hmm. So they glorified two major fucking serial killers.
Well, I saw.
That's fucking horrible. And also, I don't ever want to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer as like facts when you were watching a docuseries.
Well, I mean,
writers could have had any kind of like romantic fucking like.
But like, there's also like the dad literally wrote a book. There's literally a book that he wrote about it. I'm just saying like.
No, yeah.
There's stuff out there.
So and I like that energy. I like his family. I like his mother and his father. So like his mother and his father, they're church goers. They're like nice Christians and stuff like that. And Jeffrey Dahmer, to contrary belief, I know people can be sometimes more hateful than like Jesus, but like
more hateful than Jesus. Aaron, what are you getting at? Jesus was so loving.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Then anybody could be.
That's what I'm saying.
More hateful than Jesus.
They say this, and like people like to belittle people's salvation and turn to the Lord. And like, dude, like his dad says that Jeffrey, like, he was living a rough life when he did all those acts, but he showed repentance and all the things that salvation's needed before that he was brutally executed by the people and the inmates. So like, there's a good chance if you believe on going to heaven, and like some people may think this is blasphemy, but I don't. Like there's been plenty of murderers that have been converted to Christianity.
I know Saul was one of them, but. I know, and
God's gonna have a talking with him, obviously.
Oh, more than a talking. I'm
yeah,
sure.
It's gonna be judgment. But he's also salvation. The blood of Jesus isn't nullified to the extent where it's not good enough to cover a sin like that. Because if it is, you're just saying Jesus is weak.
Yeah, but
I don't believe that.
It's like I'm tired of the glorification of.
No,
you don't glorify the act.
Hollywood, no, but what I'm saying Hollywood did.
No,
Netflix did. They turned two very, very notorious, psychopaths into these like beloved
for sure.
shows.
And there's definitely a responsibility on the Netflix producers for that and everything, and like.
And you want to know something?
It's
remember the episode that like it was the third episode when you talked about, or maybe fourth episode of ours. You talked about that dude running around with death metal music trying to chase after the woman. You know that girl?
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Dad was calling him and he got the cops and stuff like that.
Yeah, it wasn't on the audit video, but yeah.
But you know that, like, these, like, women idolize the Ted Bundy because of Zac Efron, and they love the dude that played Jeffrey Dahmer.
There are some freaks
so
that are
then
into
they
this.
turned,
Yeah.
they turned I'm sure that played a role in that dude's thinking, because it's like
For sure.
a lot of girls love, like Ashlyn. She wanted to watch Jeffrey Dahmer so much because she loves that dude.
Yeah,
And
I never watched it on Netflix, but I did see like the actual documentaries where like it showed, and then later I watched the actual criminal like tapes where it showed like the interrogations and stuff.
If people really want to get like their mind on the sickness of like serial killings or psychopathic behaviors, the dark web exists. Videos are out there, and if you really want to get a churn in your fucking stomach, go look at the real stuff and stop glorifying these goddamn psychopaths, because they are real, and what they did was atrocious, and it was also on the same lines of what you can find on the dark web. And I guarantee you won't be able to sit through like 2 or 3 videos of that to see somebody innocent or see somebody that was just like out of control, like that didn't have a way to protect themselves, be brutally murdered in gruesome fashions, is not a fucking cool thing to do.
No,
and
absolutely
Hollywood
not.
makes millions of dollars off of that shit. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, 'cause
and then they're the same motherfuckers that tell me I can't have a gun to protect my family. I can't take a gun. I shouldn't be able to have a gun to protect some psychopath coming in and shooting everybody around here. It's just annoying, the fact that on one hand they make so much money off of guns and movies. They make so much money off of violent crimes and glorifying psychopaths like Ted Bundy and fucking Jeffrey
And then
Dahmer.
you got people on
And then-
set killing people behind cameras.
Well,
and
yeah,
then
Alec Baldwin
killing the
little
directors.
bitch ass, you know.
And
like,
then just putting a slap on the wrist saying, "Oh, I didn't load the gun. It wasn't me. I didn't check it."
Alec Baldwin, you're a cocksucker.
Oh yeah.
I'm just say that
Turn
hands
yourself
down.
in.
That's an insult to a lot of cocksuckers out there.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, cocksuckers are higher in morale than you are, Alec Baldwin.
I love cocksuckers because I love my cocksuck. But besides that, Alec Baldwin, you're a piece of shit. Also, don't ever fucking come talk to me about guns and gun reform or any of that bullshit. You could just fucking die in a hole like the rest of them. But none of Hollywood should be telling anybody how to fucking live their life and protect their own family.
Yeah.
When they glorify fucking psychopaths and they fucking tell you, and they make the most money off of all their blockbuster films are all fucking movies with like guns being the premise, you know, like it's all like, I mean, think about it. All these guns and that they're portraying are not even the guns they're trying to ban from us. They're actually the ones that are fully automatic. They're actually the ones that are like machine guns that they say, oh, our bump fucking stocks are making these same guns, which is absolute crap. It's not. No, bump stocks do not make your fucking gun fully automatic. They will never do that. There's ways that you could do stuff that like you can bump the trigger, and I shouldn't even tell that to fucking liberals because it might prove their case. But it's not. They don't. You don't know anything about guns. Hollywood, shut the fuck up, and let's get back to a nice topic because I just got to rant because
Yeah,
that's
man.
just-
Speaking of nice topics, man.
Oh,
And this lady.
you can see we both got haircuts.
Man, I got a
recently.
fresh fade from a bitch who doesn't know how to cut hair. I tell you what, this girl, she thought she was all like tough bubble cakes, whatever. Like decided to cut my hair. Like if anybody's gonna cut somebody's hair, that first of all I got some curly hair, but if anybody's gonna like get a haircut and you got curly hair, you know, like I didn't shower before I went in there. Like I didn't have product in my hair, but it wasn't like really dirty hair. It was just a little tangled. And they're like pulling my hair out with combs, going really, really fast, like doing all that stuff, and just like
Oh, she was
all
in such a rush.
in a hurry with the clippers. I just wanted her. I wanted I've been told it's called like a burst fade what I got, but then she's like, anybody calls this a burst fade mohawk, it's just a faded mohawk. That they're
a fucking
idiot or something like that. Yeah. And I was like, what? And I was like thinking the whole time. And then she didn't want to trim my beard. And I was like, I'm just sitting here, man. I'll pay you to cut my hair. I said, if you want more money, I'll pay you. But like, cut my hair. Make me feel good first, and then I might tip you. And like
This is like fucking
Don't treat people bad.
bitch.
That establishment, by the way, if you're wondering, if you're in the San Antonio area, just don't ever fucking go there. I've gone there for many, many times, and like, I don't know why I get suckered into it again. You end up paying like $60, $70
It's like
each time
$50
you
for
go.
like a regular haircut, and then like
they give
$25 for
you,
like
they give you a
facial.
Shiner Bock or your choice in beer, whatever, and then
It ain't
they
worth
tack that into the damn
It ain't worth
haircut. You're not getting that shit for free. And also, every time you tell them to do something to your hair, you always end up walking away from it like, damn, I really wish I didn't pay her because this is not what I wanted at all. Like you want to feel excited, and I know this is a trending topic for most men out there because it's a very relatable topic. It's no man can fully reveal the frustration of going to a haircut place and just never getting what you want. Never. Ever getting what you want. I've never gone to. I
learned to love what I have, but it's never what I expect nor what I want.
And what do you go to when you go to the haircut place? Like I can schedule, and a lot of times you have to schedule now. So it's like, oh, after work or it's after this, or you schedule and you're waiting all day, and you're kind of excited to get your haircut. You're just like, man, I'm gonna look dapper. I'm gonna be sharp. I'm ready to go to enjoy the weekend. I have a fresh cut. And you get excited for this stuff, and then these bitches at fucking Matador will just take it from you and just be like, here, $70. Oh, you're not gonna leave a tip? Fuck you, bitch. Like, you don't deserve a tip.
And I know I like to tip whenever haircut places do a great job. I love to leave a good tip. I think it's more important, and tipping your waitress, tipping your waiter is important. But I think tipping the barber when they do a good job is very important, because that's a haircut. That's more than a meal.
If she would have took a little bit more time, I hope you know who you are if you ever watch this. If you would have took a little bit more time, I would have paid you for twice the haircut. I would have given you $140 fucking dollars. If you would have taken that long, if you were gentle with my hair, I would have thought about it. I would have thought about the gesture, and I wouldn't have been willing, because you know what? I parted with more money.
And now we're not even probably gonna go there.
No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna try Stone Oak one time, and then hopefully I get treated good by this one person that I've gotten a good haircut with the past. And if that doesn't happen,
you need to talk to Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel's got good
his
haircuts.
cousin or whoever cuts his hair, because I'm tired of giving big chains that give $20 or $40 to your homie and just get your shit cut straight.
Man.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I love my favorite haircuts I ever got was when I was up in Washington. I had a barber that just knew that she would just take care of me. We could schedule appointments, whatever, and then
where
took
do you
time.
get your haircut at?
It was just a person. It was just a person up there, Redmond Shear Shop.
Really?
Up there, yeah. I mean, it's just there's a 2-person little thing. But
alright, guys. With that being said, I know this one kind of took a little turn and I went down some rants, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like all the other ones, like, comment, subscribe, and it'll help grow this channel. And then also, like I said in the previous episode, it should be posting on the 10th. And we're putting some new content out there, so just keep an eye out for it, and hopefully there's something out there that you'll enjoy.
And stay classy, San Diego.